are you doing today? Do you feel like doing a little bit of Christmas DIYing with me? Come on in. Let's get started. What do I have in store for you for today? Well, you saw the thumbnail. What am I doing with Jergens bar soap? Oh my goodness. This is such a quick, easy, and budget-friendly DIY, and the outcome is so rustic and handmade looking. It is one that you are gonna love to make because it's fun to do, but it's gonna be one that you can be proud to gift if you're looking for a gift for somebody this Christmas season, a last-minute gift, because it doesn't take long to do. I can't wait to show you what I do with Jergens soap, to be exact, that you can get at the Dollar Tree. You're gonna get 3 bars for $1.25, which makes it even more budget friendly. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna quit my gabbing, let's jump into it, and let me show you what I do with Jergens bar soap that you're gonna wanna do. Let's get to it. Who is today's KB Creations Crafter of the Day? You'll wanna stick around to the end of the video to see if it's your creation that's being featured in today's video. Diving on into this. Yep, these are the bars that you're gonna find at Dollar Tree. Like I said, 3 come in a pack, so I picked up 3 3-packs. So with that, I will have 9 bars of soap that I need to cut into cubes. This soap is super soft and really easy to cut through, so why should you use Jergens versus, say, a Dove or a different soap? I found that when trying to do this DIY with Dove soap, it was very hard to cut. It was not an easy bar soap to cut, and it didn't work as well for the DIY. Jergens, I am promising you, is the perfect soap, and it is kind of scent-free. So if you want to mask the scent with an essential oil, you can easily do that. You do want to cut these into cubes because why? Because we are making a rustic soap. I am going to be showing you how you can make your own DIY homemade looking soap that is so rustic looking. You can shush it up and you can do it using Jergens soap. You don't need to go to your hobby store and pick up a glycerin, a block of it that you're going to pay 20 bucks for. Oh no. You can spend under $5, get 9 bars, and you're gonna get the same effect. For this next step, I did pull out my food processor because it just moves it along a bit quicker and gets the pieces even smaller. So when chopping my blocks up, yes, I chopped them up with the intent of putting them in the food processor to really get them a bit smaller, because doing this step is going to help move the next step along a bit quicker. So once I filled up my processor, you are gonna wanna use the blade if you use your food processor, and I'm just gonna chop up my soap. And it is going to give it that of kind of a cottage cheese consistency is what you're looking for. Now, if you don't use a food processor, you are going to want to cut your soap up as finely as you can, because again, this is going to help greatly with the next step. And you can easily do it just by taking a knife and doing, just what I'm doing right here. A crock pot is definitely the way to go with this, and you're gonna wanna put it on high. Yep. Then we're gonna dump the soap in, and I am seeing the top to the blade in there. Let me just tell you, I didn't realize it was in there until later on when I was cutting my soap, and I found it. Ha, fun. You gotta love it when stuff like that happens. So today I'm using a smaller crock pot because I'm doing a smaller batch. If you're doing a larger batch, use a larger crock pot. You're gonna wanna add 1 full cup of water to your soap. We're gonna put the lid on it, let it go for about 20 minutes. And as it goes, you're gonna see the condensation on the lid. Every 20 minutes or so, you're gonna wanna go and kind of give that soap a stir, because the soap that's actually touching the pot itself is gonna melt a bit quicker than the soap in the center of the pot. And so just by mixing it up and incorporating it, you're gonna get the soap to melt evenly. your soap isn't gonna melt by or burn, I guess I should say, by doing it this way. So again, every 20 minutes, just come back, check on your soap, and you're gonna see that it's getting mushy. It's gonna be, I wanna say the consistency of, gosh, that of, I don't know. I mean, it's just a thicker consistency is what you're looking for, and you just kind of want to let it go until the majority of your blocks are melted down. And as you stir it, you'll see if there are still chunks and blocks of soap in there, and you're just gonna wanna keep letting it go. If it gets too thick, don't be afraid to add more water to it. Just keep some water on hand. Once you pour that water in there, you're gonna wanna give it a good stir to incorporate it with the soap. And the water is not gonna stop it from solidifying later. So don't be afraid of that. It's really just gonna help smooth out that soap nicely. And so that's what we're looking for. After I'd say about an hour, would you look at this? The soap has expanded. It is smoothing out nicely. And so I'm gonna give it a last good stir, and I am seeing that it is ready to go. It is ready to move forward. You can see what I'm left with here, and that's what you should be left with. In the pot here, I am going to add some lavender leaves. These are lavender leaves that I had in my stash. You can get them just about anywhere. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and pour those right into my pot. I'm gonna leave the pot on while I do this, because if you take the soap out of your crock pot, it is going to start hardening, which then in turn is going to make it harder to mix in the contents of whatever you want your soap to be. So for today, I thought I'd go with a lavender oatmeal. You can really get creative and do almond oatmeal or almonds. I say just kind of Google some soap scents and use whatever it is that you have in your cupboard. Maybe add some cinnamon to it, an oatmeal cinnamon. Those are really easy scents to do with things that you've got readily available there at home with you. And so I'm gonna give the lavender leaves a good mix into the soap before I go ahead and add. The oatmeal that I'm using is old-fashioned oats. This is 100% whole grain oatmeal. I'm not even gonna mince this up. I'm going with the full oat cuts because this is going to act as a natural exfoliant. And so if you want to grind your oats up, you totally can, and maybe add a mixture of the ground up oats with the whole oats. You can do that, but because I've got the lavender leaves in there, I thought that it would be fun just to go with the whole oats. It's gonna make it look more rustic, and yeah, that's the look I'm going for with this soap. And we're gonna achieve it, just wait and see. But I do wanna add an essential oil, and since we're going with lavender, I'm gonna use a lavender essential oil that I had by Simply Earth in my stash. This is not a paid promoted video. This is just me using an essential oil I had in my stash. You can use any essential oil, but I do say go with one that is 100% pure essential oil, not an essential oil blend, because that could be harmful to your skin. And so I'm gonna add, I wanna say about 30 drops to see if I am getting, I guess, the fragrant that I am looking for, the strength that I'm looking for. And as I mix it into the soap, if it's not fragrant enough, I'm gonna go ahead and add more. And you can really do this with a cinnamon essential oil. There are so many fun ones that you can add. You can get essential oils online. You can get them through Simply Earth. You can get them at Walmart. Just again, make sure you're not using an essential oil blend, but one that is 100% pure essential oil. I'm gonna use a loaf pan. This is one you can get at Dollar Tree. To this loaf pan, you are gonna wanna add some saran wrap, some plastic wrap, because you don't want your soap to stick and you want it to release from the pan. Now, if you wanna use a silicone mold, you can, but it's a little late in the game to order one online, and silicone molds for soap can be a bit pricey if you don't find them on clearance or on sale. And so this is a great alternative to those, and it's gonna add to the rustic feel. So just run to Dollar Tree, grab yourself some soap, grab yourself a loaf pan, grab yourself some plastic wrap, and do this DIY with me. You could even probably get oatmeal at Dollar Tree as well, I want to bet. Once I've got my pan good and lined, doesn't need to be perfect, I'm going to go ahead and take my soap and I am going to press it firmly into the loaf pan. Now when doing this, you really want to make sure and press it firmly so you're getting a nice shape. I will tell you ahead of time that I wish I would have used my bigger crock pot and I would have used all 5 packs of the Jergens that I bought instead of the 3 3-packs, because I should have filled this pan up more than I did. But it is what it is, and it's just gonna again add to that rustic feel that I'm going for with this bar soap that we are making using Jergens soap that you can get from Dollar Tree. And let me just tell you, if I haven't told you already, it makes an amazing rustic homemade looking soap. And so yeah, just go with 5 3-packs and really use your bigger crock pot. Once you've got that pan good and filled up, you are gonna wanna go in with your spatula and wet it and then go over the top, because that's just gonna smooth out your soap even more and give you a better finish. It's about 40 degrees outside, so I'm gonna place this outside and it is gonna solidify in no time. And look at that, there we have some solidified soap. Look at how cool that looks. So just by flipping it over, and because of the plastic wrap, it pops right out and you are able to easily remove the plastic wrap. Now, I'm not worried about any indentations from the plastic. I think, again, it just adds to the rustic feel of homemade soap, and that's what homemade soap is supposed to feel and look like, right? That's the whole fun of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my knife. I'm gonna slice it into bars. Now, this is where I should have done more bars of soap to make it a wider bar, but nonetheless, it is still a really cool looking soap, and I'm still gonna gift it. Now, I will tell you that this is where I found the piece to my food processor when I was slicing this. I think it was the next slice here that I couldn't go all the way through. Look, I was kind of like, oh, the knife isn't going through. What is that? Let me just saw through it. Is oatmeal the... Once I cut them into slices, I did go and just kind of slice off a sliver there, which would have been the top of the loaf pan, just cleaning it up a bit, making it a bit smoother. Although this is a rustic soap, that looked a little bit too rustic for me. So yeah, these slivers, I kept them, melted them back down, and made a whole nother bar out of it. And so yeah, don't throw away. Waste makes haste, haste makes waste. Yeah, haste makes waste. That is the way it goes, right? Yeah. So yeah, we got 10, not 12. Out of the 3 3-packs of Jergens soap. These look amazing. I know the shape is funky, like I said, but you know what? I'm standing behind this DIY. Now, to rustic these up a bit, yeah, and rustic these up is a definite term that is found in the Kelly Barlow dictionary. I wanted to add a rustic tag to these and a bit of rustic wrapping. So to do that, pick up some unbleached parchment paper. Great value, has a 50-foot roll for under $3. This is the brown paper that you can use to wrap your soap. Homemade, handmade soap is notorious for being in brown paper. If you want to use a lunch bag, you can, but parchment paper is a lot easier to work with. And so just by wrapping the soap like you would wrapping a present, adding some of that fun double colored twine that Dollar Tree has. They have it in several colors. I've seen it in red and blue and this cream. You know me, I stay true to my nature. I'm gonna go ahead and tie this off. Oh my goodness, I love this so far, don't you? How fun is this? And what a fun gift to give, right? Oh wait, but we are so not done. This needs a tag. So using some craft paper you can get a 50-pack at Michael's for about $2.50. Again, this color is gonna add to the rustic feel of it. Linda designed some of these tags that we can add. If you buy the PNG file from her for $1, you can print this out and cut it out by hand. By buying the PNG file, you have unlimited use to that file. These tags are available in Linda's Etsy store for instant digital download, or for her to cut and send them to you with free shipping. Now, the free shipping, it's gonna take 1 to 2 day processing, and then you will get your tags in the mail. But I say buy the PNG, print it, and cut it out yourself, because it's an easy enough shape to cut out that, yeah, and the more imperfect it is, the more perfect. So you're gonna go ahead and add this to your soap. On the top of that tag there, you can add the scent of your soap by handwriting it in, and you can say who it's to and who it's from. Adorable, right? I love this. Yeah, everybody's getting this soap this Christmas. Maybe instead of the parchment paper route, you wanna go kind of a belly belt around your soap. This is another label that Linda has designed that's available in her Etsy store. If you buy that PNG download, you are gonna pay $1 and you are going to get both tags that you could easily print out and cut, or you're gonna pay $3 for her to cut and send them to you. So with this, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap it around my thin bar of soap. Now these labels are designed for a wider bar, and so yeah, you know what? It happens to the best of us, but you know what? Like I said, I'm gonna go with it, and I'm sticking behind my DIY because I think the outcome came out great anyway, right? Rustic is rustic. The more imperfect it is, the more perfect it is. Oh my word, how fun are these? Add these to a gift basket. Why not? Make a full gift basket of several different scents of soap, and maybe give somebody 4 or 5, and think of how many gifts you can make by using just one loaf pan with 4 or 5 different scents. Get creative. DIY your gifts this Christmas. Who is today's KB Creations Crafter of the Day? Well, it's going out to Jennifer Taylor, who's bringing to us her recreation of my DIY personalized photo ornament. Oh my goodness, Jennifer, I am loving the colors you chose. Thank you so much for sharing your recreation with us today. If you want to follow me on social media, you can find these links, guess where? In the description box below. Okay, so we took Jergens bar soap, we melted it down, and we made it look like homemade rustic soap. I love it, and just by shushing it up a bit, adding some oatmeal, adding some lavender leaves, and maybe a little bit of essential oils if you want to do that. I love the outcome of this. These are so fun, and when you add a tag, maybe wrap it with that unbleached parchment paper, it really adds to that homemade, handmade feel and really gives it a rustic touch. I hope you all enjoy today's DIY using Jergens soap. If you're looking for more DIY gift ideas, go ahead and click on the video right over here, and guess where it'll take you to? One of my past favorite DIYs. Until next time, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day. Happy crafting on a budget. Stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, but most of all, stay positive, please, because I am. Bye for now.